Welcome in. We are live. It is Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. We are back after a week off, and we're going to go strong tonight, Shane. Our Manic or Chill live startup draft. We're going to be streaming here for the next 2.5 hours. We're going through a startup draft, and Shane got the other 10 members to join the league. I'm not sure exactly how he picked this crew, but it's a great crew. We're ready to rock. We're going to go through the logistics, the war, all the format, settings, everything like that. And we're going to kick off the startup draft here in about 10 minutes. So, Shane,
hello.
For a week off, this has been a highly anticipated date. We actually took the extra week to make sure that we were prepared and ready to go. It was worth taking the extra week, right? Don't you feel a lot better?
No, I feel I feel pressured, and I feel like there's a lot of balls being juggled at this moment, trying to keep an eye on the chat, trying to pull off a last minute trade. Wish we would have made more trades, but hey, that's neither here nor there. We are where we are. So if anyone would like to send me an offer, please send it now. Scott, you're a bit fuzzy. So check your audio, Scott. Yeah, everyone that is watching, if you're in the league, please feel free to send me a trade. I am trying to get more second and third rounders. Anyway, so no, I'm ready to go, man. I had fun with this. We ran the bylaws. We worked on the bylaws a lot. I think we did well on this. I used Gemini a little bit to help me with the bylaws, help make sure that we didn't have any contradictory items in there. But I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. It's a unique league, very unique league.
How we cooking now? Audio better? Let me know, chat.
A little low, but no crackling.
Okay, a little low. Interesting. All right. Well, I'll start working on it, but let's get to see if I can get it fixed. Hold on. Of course, should have done an audio test before we get in here.
I mean, you were fine.
Still a little low for you?
No, you're good now.
Good now? Okay, cool. Well, so here's the rub with this startup draft. So this is going to be, let me get our old screen share going here just so we have a idea of the format for everybody. So Dynasty Daddy, here we go. Let's get this added to the stage. Boom. So this is a 12 by 12 startup, Shane. And it is 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 4 receivers, a tight end, 3 flexes, and a super flex. It is a 40-round startup draft. And let me tab over here to the war so everybody can see that. But just talk about what all is going to go into this. Besides the 12 by 12, it is a extra bonus for running backs. So it's 0.15 point per carry, 0.15 extra PPR for running backs, and an extra 0.15 per first down as well. So running backs get 3 different bonuses if you want to consider the point per first down also a running back bonus. And then we get an extra 1.7 or an extra 0.75 for tight ends. So talk about the other things that we're incorporating here in this draft, Shane, with the rookie picks, because it's a little different.
So anyone can include 1 year of rookie picks in a draft, right? Anyone can do that. And that's probably normally
26s are common right now.
Right.
That's this time of year.
That's generally what you do. You include the 26 picks. You're not drafting rookies right now because, well, hell, it's 4 months before the draft. And if you're doing that, you're absurd and nuts. But just to spice it up a little bit, I thought it'd be fun to throw in the 27 picks too. And part of the reason I wanted to do that is because of the dichotomy between the 26 and 27 value in draft picks. The 27 picks are looked at like gold, whereas the 26 picks are looked at like shit. Not even like polished, just pure shit. Like just picking up dog poop in one hand and gold in the other. So I wanted to see how that works out. Like I want to see, where does the 106 and 26 go in comparison to the 111 in 2027? Where does the 101 go in this draft for 27 in comparison to the 101 for 2026? So I thought that would be one fun, and I thought it would be a unique way for teams to pick a strategy, maybe going all in on picks if they wanted to. In theory, you could come out of this draft with a shit ton of picks if you're willing to punt the first season, which what's the buy-in? 125?
125. We paid 2 years up front.
Right. Yep. So if you wanna punt the first year, you already put your 250 in. So that's up to you.
So a couple other scoring things just to knock out. I misspoke. It is 1 extra point for tight ends. So it's 2 PPR for tight ends. It is 5 minus 2.5 quarterback scoring. So 5 point per passing touchdown, negative 2.5 for interceptions. It is 12 points for a special teams touchdown. And it is 0.15 yards per point. So basically, or the other way around, you get 1 point for every 15 yards. Kick returns and punt returns. So there's a small return bonus here too. And I think that kind of offsets the fact that we have to start 4 receivers. Initially, we had it at 3 running backs, but we bumped it to 2 and then made it start 4 receivers. So it's still a start 12. We're not going to do the whole startup tonight, obviously, because it's 40 rounds, but we're going to do as much as we can with a 90-second clock. And the other thing that Shane didn't mention is we're drafting the actual pick numbers. So if you see a kicker get drafted, that will be a 26 rookie pick. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, etc. If you see a defense get picked, that means it is a 27 pick. 101, 102, and you're drafting the actual numbered pick. So we're going to go 24 deep in 2027. We gave everybody the sanctity of being able to keep their 3rd and 4th next year, Shane. So everyone's going to get to keep their
Someone's
3rd and 4th.
Someone will have, everyone will have at least some picks. At least some picks.
Yes. So there's not going to be any kickers or defenses in the league itself, but for draft purposes, if you see a kicker or defense get drafted, that represents a rookie pick off the board. So it'll be 40 rounds. It's going to be pretty wild. We're going to get through as much as we can tonight. Here is the war. Anything that stood out to you on the war? I don't want to go through it too extensively. If you want to look it up, ddfantasyfootball.com. I'll also put a link to the startup board here in just a second in the chat so you can watch it. Anything stand out with you, or anything stand out to you when you're looking at just the format in general? I know what stands out to me, Shane, but anything match your eye or catch your eye when you're looking at the war?
I mean, there's a couple things. There's that pretty darker blue, because the other one's kind of teal, I guess. That pretty darker blue that represents the running backs. But also, when you get to, there's a range where you get to where there's a steep drop off afterwards. So you get to, what's that, running back 6, and then there's a pretty good dip down, and then it normalizes the rest of the way. Wide receivers, yeah. This is going to be a volume game for me for wide receivers. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I don't want to give away any strategy. I don't know what I'm going to do with wide receivers. Never mind. I might draft all of them. Good ones.
Well, here's the thing, and this is something that's very common with war. So obviously, running backs pretty much across the board until you get into the flexes are the better options, right? But you have to start 4 receivers here.
Yes.
So you have to figure out a way to still be competitive at receiver, but it will be interesting how people value the high-end receivers. And then tight end is interesting here too, because you only have to start 1. But when you start comparing these tight ends down here with the extra point for premium, you're kind of getting into the range where you can go blow for blow with receivers to tight ends, because you have to start 4 receivers. So there's some scarcity that comes into play here too. So I want to go back to our main board here. So we had a couple trades, and I want to go through these trades before we get started. We had a few pre-draft trades. So I'm just going to put these up here, Shane. They're very hard to kind of dissect how you would view them because we haven't drafted it all. But how about this first one between Dewey and Mike Conron? Any thoughts on this one? Basically giving up a 4 for 2. Would you have done this trade? I mean, a 4 and a 5 for a 3 and a 7. But then you also had to kick in a 10. What do you think about that? Because I kind of feel like I would have rather had the extra 10, but what do you think?
Yeah, I do prefer the 3, 6, 7, 6, 10, 7 side. 22, whatever. I mean, that's irregardless. That doesn't matter. I will say I think I liked it better at the time, but reflecting on it, yeah, I don't know that I like giving up that 10. I mean, first of all, giving up 4 compared to getting back 2. I don't love in a 12 by 12 in the startup, and that 10th is going to be very valuable in a 12 by 12.
Yeah, I think that's the thing for me is I think the 3 and the 7 probably are pretty close in value here. I would have definitely preferred the 3 and 7, but then you have to give up the extra 10. I I lean the other side on the trade when I have to give up the extra 10. I'd rather have that when you're getting the extra pick. So next, we had this one. We had Ned and Dewey again. So another deal where we had a similar trade, right? We're basically a 4 and a 9 for a 5 and a 6, and you give up an extra 11. So what do you think about that? Same thoughts, or is this one different?
Well, I will say, where is my thing? There it is. I'm making this.
Here was the first one.
I could see it.
Two trades where Dewey is willing to give up the extra pick. Right?
What is here's my only thought. So the one side's getting 4. How big of a difference is there between the 4-7 and 5-10? I will be interested to see that. That's my first thought. That's my first thought in this, because where is that range that it's going to be flat considering all the picks are in the draft? And I think a couple of us are trying to figure that out.
Well, that's what I think he's betting on. The same manager gave up his 10th and a 22 for a 4 and a 5. And here he gave up his 11th and a 21 for a 5 and a 6. So essentially he is willing to consolidate to get extra picks within that top 6 rounds or so. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what his goal was. I don't love leaving drafts with way less picks than you have that you can make, but we'll see how it works out. We're going to see the name Dewey Kerner quite a bit in the top 6 rounds. He's going to pick, I believe, 8 times in the top 6 rounds. So, and the third one was your trade, Shane. You talked about this a little bit ago, but you gave up the 111 and you only moved back to the 208 and you got a third back in exchange for an 8. Talk through this one real quick before we get started.
We were talking about, and when we had the Derby, I think I had the second pick. 112 went off the board first. If it didn't, I would have taken it. But yeah, the 111 is what I ended up with. And the entire purpose of taking the 111 is, one, I wanted to trade away the pick because it still has that smell of a first rounder, but it's the back of the first, where I'm not going to get a Josh Allen. I'm not going to get a Bijan, which I'm okay with, because what I wanted to do is try to condense. I wanted to try to get as many picks as I could in the second and third rounds, because I do feel like that there's a tier drop after I think with the rookie picks in here, there will be a tier flattening after the third round. So if I could, I'd like to get as many picks as I could up in the first 3 rounds. And I'm still sending out offers as we speak. I'm trying to jump into the third again.
Well, Vapad says he regrets doing the trade already. So there you go, Shane. You're going to have an extra pick to work with in that top 3 rounds. Even though you gave up your first, you're going to have 2 picks in the second and 2 picks in the third. So we'll be interested to see what you do with those.
And
that is it.
Vapad, don't feel too bad. There's a pretty good chance that I'm going to make a pick with 90 seconds on the clock total that I don't like in hindsight and wish that I didn't do.
Well, here we go. So we are going to get this kicked off here in about a minute. One more housekeeping item. Everybody in the startup draft is going to be allowed to call 1 timeout. And what that means is you will get an extra 2 minutes to shop your pick, throw something in chat saying you're looking for a trade, think about who you want to take. If you just want to wait another 2 minutes before you make your pick, that's fine. But everybody will get 1 timeout. You have to put it in the chat, or you have to tag one of us in the sleeper chat so that we know it. And so if you hear, I uploaded this whistle sound, Shane. I'm so excited to use it. If you hear this, that means we have a timeout from one of the managers. So we're going to call timeout, put 2 minutes on the clock, and we'll pause the draft while they can make their pick. So I think any other housekeeping items we need
housekeeping, to feel free to blur if you're in the comments. Put that you need a timeout there and who you are on the draft because your names not only correlate, and then also, or put it in the sleeper. I'd prefer you put it in the sleeper.
Or text Shane. I'll just say his phone number out loud.
There's lots of 6s and 8s. Lots of 6s and 8s in my phone number. So you can put that together. 215 area code. You got it, guys. Go.
Yep. All right. Well, you ready to start, Shane? I haven't fully fleshed out my plan, but I talked about it a little bit in voice chat earlier, and I think I'm going to be ready to roll with it. So you ready to kick it off?
I am ready. I am ready to go. Well, who's got the first pick? Oh, it's you.
It is me. I will be on the clock with the first pick, and here we go. So I am on the clock. The war said quarterback or running back, right? I got the 101 pick in the Derby. I was actually third in the Derby, and I believe the 2 and the 3 went before the 1. And then I decided just to take the 101. And normally I'd take the highest pick possible for the simple reason that if it's a slow draft, I would be able to grind and trade back 2 spots and pick up an extra pick. You know what I mean? But not here. Not here. I took the 101. I think later on in the draft, we are doing a 3rd round reversal. So later on in the draft, you know, it will reverse back to 312 and 401, et cetera, where I will get back-to-back picks the rest of the draft. I like that with how much variability is in the pool. So I purposely took the 101 so I can go back-to-back. But, Shane, I am not going to take a quarterback at 101.
I know who you're taking.
Who am I taking?
You are taking Mr. Bijan Robinson. Bijan. Yes.
Bijan Robinson is the pick. Yeah. And we will see how it works out. When I ran through the scoring matrix and the war and went through my optimal construction, I have a plan at quarterback that did not involve taking one of the top 2 or 3 QBs. So we'll see how it works out. We'll just kind of narrate this draft as we go. We have some super chats. We have some questions. If you want to comment, we'll try to get to it. But we're just going to sit here and hang out, watch the draft, see how teams are building. Chris Baines went with the 102 at Josh Allen.
Went safe.
So we're on the clock.
Safe pick. Very safe pick. Look, the PPC helps a lot. Drake May. Oh, we are flying. Gibbs. Yep. This is about. Oh, okay. Trey McBride. Okay. I'm going to assume that we're going to see Brock Bowers going off the board pretty soon. Scott,
very soon, I would guess.
It's going to come to fruition at 202. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh, what we talked about earlier on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to be very interested in to see where the picks start going off the board. Because with the 27 picks, I mean, it kind of sucks because we're sitting here like trying to navigate our own strategy. But I'll just ask you. I mean, we're open books, right? We're doing the live stream. We're not going to be able to not talk about the board. So, like, what is your read on?
Real quick, we've done roster reviews of leagues that I am in, and I'm able to be unbiased. In the chat, in the Discord, the Heisman chat, DD Discord, people will ask about trades that affect me, and I will still give an unbiased opinion, even though it hurts me. So anyway, go.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've literally done roster reviews where Shane's in the league, and we're coming up with ideas, and it's like, Shane, maybe you should do this for your team.
Yeah.
Well, you're telling other people to do it, but we're doing a 12 by 12 startup. There's running back premium here, 1 extra point for tight ends. 26 and 27 rookie picks are in this draft. We are at the 107. Really no surprises. Gibbs going off the board at 104. McBride 105. Jaden Daniels at 106. Here's my question. Given that the 27 picks are in the draft, right? They are literally the 101, 102, 104, 108, etc. How does it make you approach the picks? Because I think there's something to be said about picks that you can trade for that are still unknown, that are still tied to a manager's performance, that are still tied to kind of some ambiguity as to where they're going to fall. Here, everybody's making these rookie picks on the board. They have to decide between player X and pick Y. So there is no ambiguity whether that's going to be a high first or a mid first or a late first. And the person that's getting it is basically paying the sticker price for it. So how do you think the pick market is going to be here? Because it feels like it's something that a lot of us have not experienced before. Because right now, 27 picks are just impossible to trade for, especially if it looks like it's one that has potential. You just can't even get it. But here, they're all available. Any thoughts?
I'm going to tell you this. Depending on how early they go, people are not going to let these 27 picks go without an absolute haul coming back. Because you're going to have someone that takes the 27 first, 101 in the first 2 rounds. Excuse me, I can't speak English. That is a startup top second. Jesus Christmas, I can't speak English. That is a startup pick in the first 2 rounds that someone's going to want you to pay for, basically, after they make that pick. We're flying through. Oh, okay. My guy went off the board. Devon Chain. That's the first pick that hurts me. But you know what makes me feel good? I am not on the clock because I would have absolutely wanted to murder Mike if I was in this draft right now at that spot and he had drafted Devon Chain one spot in front of me. I would have lost my ever-loving mind.
So we have Gibbs at 104, McBride 105, Daniels 106, Bowers 107, Lamar Jackson at 108, Jamar Chase, first receiver off the board at 109. Mike goes Itchin at 110. Vapad doubles down after taking McBride, taking Colston Loveland at 111.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sloppy Eric on the turn gets Joe Burrow at 112. We'll see what he does here at 201. Loveland in the first. Does that surprise you at all?
No. Yes, it absolutely does. But Vapad has got a big pair of nuts, and he put them on the table and said, "Everyone, shine these." He's banking on Loveland being in that Brock Bowers, Trey McBride tier, and he's also banking on he's probably not going to be able to get him in. He's probably not going to be. Oh, and there it goes. That is a kicker, which is what? Which year?
That is 101
in
2026.
There you go. I like it, Mike. Mike is having the draft that I wish I had, to be honest with you already. Devon Chain and Jeremiah Love is a hell of a start in these settings. Hell of a start. Good job, Mike. You won. Draft, you've won. I'm already conceding.
Did Neighbors surprise you over JSN and Puka?
Yes. Because if you're gonna go, God damn it, I hate talking shop, but I have to. I don't have a choice. If you are gonna go wide receiver here, which I'm okay with, I say you get one of the top two wide receivers, which is JSN or Puka.
So we still have Puka on the board. We still have JSN on the board. We have 4 running backs off the board.
I hate when people talk board. Gosh darn it.
Shane, we're in a live draft. How can you avoid it?
Who thought this would be a good idea to have us streaming our draft while we're doing this? I'd like some secrets, but I can't. Yeah, ask Z Schenker. You know, you never seen a startup do picks a year out. Okay, who's up?
Plank Crew. Wow, he goes Jamar, JSN.
Okay. So here's the thing. He's not building. He's got his own unique build, right? He's the only one that's gone wide receiver.
I would guess there's nobody that'll even go 2 receivers in the first 3 rounds. So that's definitely a build that's going to be different than, you know.
I tell you right now, the only wide receiver I would take if he's left is Puka. That is absolutely it. Not forever. I mean, wait, is he gone? No, he's here. That's the only wide receiver I would take. And he's gone. So see ya.
So Grubbs goes Lamar Jackson, Puka. And now we have the team that took Brock Bowers. So I am curious to talk about the 2026 101 goes ahead of the absolute incredibly valued 101 in 2027. I think if you put a poll out there on social media, Shane, nobody would take the 2026 101 over the 2027, at least very few.
Well,
but here we are.
One, are they looking at the scoring for this format? Are they looking at the format for this league? Because the 101, assuming, look, you know, there's risk with any pick you make. There's risk with drafting a rookie and expecting them to come out balls blazing, right? Because we've actually seen it with, you know, Bijan. You went 101 in this. Even though he had a good rookie year, I don't know that he had a rookie year that would made him a top 2-round startup pick. And that's what you need from Love. You need Love to come out, and he needs to be a top 5 running back. But he's got the skill set to do it, right?
Yeah, it's just, you know, that's one of those things where next year that pick projects to be a receiver. I mean, there's still good running backs next year, but I think the fact that it is an absolute hammer running back and you're getting it in the fold right now, I can see it. So I'm kind of shocked that 2027 101 has not gone off the board. I think, you know what that speaks to? That speaks to the fact that when it is a mystery box, when it is still a pick that is not defined, and it's not a format where maybe receivers are not as valued and it's not a sharp group like this, part of the reason why you draft the 101 or you want the 101 in a league is for the market value of it, right? Well, what's happening to the market value of that pick right now as we're all looking at this board? It's being established, right?
Yes, it is.
It is being established. There, somebody is probably not going to go, you know what? If I have that 101, I can go to the market and trade for Jamar Chase.
Real quick,
being decided right here.
208 is on the block. If anyone would like to make a trade, send me an offer. I'm going to be
calling a timeout, Shane.
No, we'll see if I need to. I'll see how much time I need. But
is Shane calling a timeout that early?
Of course, it would be Shane that would do it, and then probably do it wrong. I'm going to be put in a position where I don't have a choice to make a pick that. Just how many shares of the same players can I have? You know what I mean?
What are you thinking? Dominic's about the timeout. I don't even remember what settings I put on here if there is a timeout. So hopefully, Caleb Williams. Okay.
All right. I mean, look, I don't have a choice. Absolutely don't have a choice.
I was just going to say, it was asked in the chat, how far will Jalen Hurts fall?
That far.
There we go.
That far.
There we go.
I can't wait till Sean Mannion, I think that's his name, gets him to be a real true running quarterback again next year. It's going to be beautiful. Down year, he was a QB 12 overall in points per game. So I do need him to bounce back. But I'll say this, that Caleb Williams going off the board made me feel okay with taking Hurts. Now, I might not take another quarterback until around 30 at this point.
So for those that are tuning in,
no tanking in the first year makes holding picks feel less valuable.
I think that's true. And then I think what C. Lemke said is true too. Is basically everyone 2026, everybody is, I don't want to say everyone has to go all in, but there is no benefit of just sucking. There is no value gain by having your pick or your team be that bad. So I agree with both those statements. It just makes the pick market, when they're already defined, and everybody that's going to be holding picks out of this startup pretty much picked their lane already. And that's interesting to me.
I will say it's interesting. I expected a couple more picks to be off the board already right now. But yeah, it seems to what you just spoke to, that seems to be what's happening right now.
No, so Christian McCaffrey is off the board. Did that surprise you at all?
Only because he's old.
Yeah.
Only
he did
because
lead
he's
the
old.
Entire league in scoring in this format by 3 points.
Yeah. So from that perspective, no. Will he be a victim of the 400 touches curse? We'll see. Look, sometimes you need to bet on outliers. Players that are outliers, just bet on them to continue being outliers. You know what Christian McCaffrey is? An absolute outlier. You know what Derrick Henry is? Whoever's going to get him in this draft is going to draft Derrick Henry at some spot, and it's going to be absurd thinking about it next season when Derrick Henry's the running back 4 overall and win someone a league.
There it is.
At Eagles.
There it is. Ned Wiesent went with the 2027 101. So again, for those just tuning in, we are in a live startup. Rookie picks in 26 are kickers. Rookie picks in 27 are defenses. So there we go. Amari and Hampton, that was the other pick I was going to consider. I was not considering an RB start here, Shane, but if Amari and Hampton had fallen to me,
yeah, you don't have a choice.
I was going to smash Amari and Hampton, but kind of deciding between 2 different players here. And tell you what, I'm going to get a quarterback. And we're going to go with Justin Herbert.
Oh, Justin Herbert. I like it. Especially considering that he ran a lot last year. Like, hopefully that's something that continues. Because that really opened up the offense, or at least opened up his scoring. But we'll see what Mike McDaniel can tell.
We are through 2 rounds. Hampton would have been my pick had I not taken Herbert, but that was the 2 that I was deciding between. Through 2 rounds, anything surprise you with how teams have built? I've executed what I wanted to do pretty much to a T. I knew I was going to take a quarterback sometime in the first 2 to 4 rounds. So just depend on what was there. Any other builds stand out to you? Obviously, the Chase JSN build is totally different than everybody else. It'll be interesting to see what that team does with the rest of their roster construction, right? Because they have two of the top, maybe the two best receivers in a given year.
Yes.
So what do you do from here? What else? Anything else stand out?
Yeah, you know what? We have only one team that already built their quarterback room. One team.
Yeah, QB.
Yeah. Now here's where do I get fun?
I don't know. You were up. Talk through your pick.
I mean, it's going to be a running back. It's just now which one do I want? I mean, I want them all. It's just, do I go with Saquon? No, I can't go with Saquon because I'm just building the team that I always build. Do I risk it and go Trevion Henderson?
There's some mystery boxes here with Trevion. There's the mystery box of Breece Hall. There's
Bucky
Taylor. There's Saquon. I mean, there's some good running backs left. There's clearly I think a tier of running backs that is still on the board. But I mean, I'll let you pick your choice. Would you have taken James Cook over all those guys I just mentioned?
Yeah. Sloppy Eric and Mike Conron are on my shit list. They just keep ethering every pick I want. Boo.
Shane, Ned says stop name dropping. We are allowed to name drop, right? It's our show.
Yeah, I'll name drop. Look, one time I was in a league with Matthew Berry. That's name dropping. I'm not saying I hate Mike because he drafted a chain. I went Bucky. I mean, I was going running back no matter what, and it went with Bucky. I go back and forth, man. Really, I love Saquon still, but I just don't. I don't want to build a complete Eagles roster. I've got too many Saquon, Jalen pairings in too many leagues as it is.
So Shane, I have to, for those of you that have not followed Shane and I for a long time, Shane used to do a show called Dynasty Trades HQ, right?
Yeah.
Did you happen to listen to the Fantasy Pros pod with Pat Fitzmaurice?
I did.
He mentioned his argument with Chad Parsons about Jamar Chase versus Zach Wilson. And I like Pat, but he took a nice little subtle victory lap about an argument that happened 5 years ago.
The fact that he remembered that, I was listening to that as I was pulling out of the garage at work, and I knew immediately what he was talking about. He didn't throw any names out there. So Pat did the bragging but Pat said basically he was name dropping without name dropping. He said, a bunch of just high-end dynasty analysts. And he wasn't wrong. I mean, that first draft we put together was absurd, I think, the people that were in it. But yeah, at the time he was talking about, or Chad, I believe, was saying that the currency at the time, and he wasn't wrong, was in quarterbacks. He wasn't wrong in that assumption. It just so happened Pat hit on a generational wide receiver. You can't do nothing with that. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. You lost, and then to compound that, getting Zach Wilson, it just
that just shows you that when the process is right, but the pick is wrong, people can go, why would you ever just follow a process? Because ultimately it came down to two players that had starkly different careers. And there you go. Like, it was a victory lap, but it was also interesting to bring that back up because I remember listening to that podcast. I actually remember watching the show on, I think you guys did that on YouTube, or it was on video form, and then you put it out on the pod. But I remember that. So
yeah, I don't remember. We weren't very technically savvy. That was not our strength.
So I think people are starting to get a little, kind of wondering some of these picks off the board. Bucky Irving, Breece Hall, Mike Conron went, Trevor Lawrence. But this is the point per carry in full effect, right? I mean, the thought that you could get Breece Hall on a new team, there's a reason that he went where he went. And that was the team with JSN, Jamar Chase, got a running back that if he lands in the right spot could be a top 5 running back. You know what I mean? Like that's a interesting start. And Jonathan Taylor, boom, there we go. Another one off the board.
Yeah, I like it.
You're up in 3.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what are you thinking, but what are you thinking before Mike and Dominic pick?
I don't have a lot of thoughts usually.
Vibes?
vibes. We're going to see what running backs are sitting out there at that point. We're going to see.
Okay. Well, we'll see what Mike does here. Mike already has Achane,
Love Mike's draft.
101, and Trevor Lawrence. So he has 2 potential hammer RBs plus a QB. Man, we'll see what Mike does. Mike's pretty sharp.
Yeah, I love Mike's draft so far. Mike's winning. You are Mike. I
was just going to say that he has a potential top 3 receiver on the board that has fallen because of the format. And the fact that he got CD Lamb there and Amon-Ra St. Brown went a round ago is pretty crazy value. I mean, look at that start to get CD Lamb as your 4th pick.
Not bad.
And if you look at Mike's picks, like, remember, he made that deal where he got the extra pick.
Yeah.
So he's sitting here. Yeah, he doesn't pick again for 2 more rounds, but like he's got an extra 7th and an extra 10th. So he's hitting in really good shape. So good start, Mike.
Yeah. Vapad, you have an offer. If anyone would like to trade a 4th, I'm buying 4th round picks. 122. Oh, Ray GQ, the very handsome leader, our guy. He did promise a free Heisman tier to the Patreon, right? If we hit 150.
What he should do is go into the Discord in the Gen Pop and say a free Heisman subscription.
You gotta visit. So look, you gotta visit Gen Pop. You have to visit Gen Pop. The vibe in there, it's fair, or it's awesome. It's different because there's people in there that I don't see in the other channels sometimes. I'd like them all to come over to the other channels, but yeah, Gen Pop's fun, man. Yeah.
See, it's weird. My mic seems fine. I don't know what's wrong with it. Some people say it's fine. What's wrong with it? Give me coaching in real time. I'll try to fix it. Shane, okay. You're up. Saquon went.
So people are making me do this. Yeah, I don't have a choice. Yeah, it sounds good right now, Scott. Like in a couple times it has what's the word I'm looking for? Got scratched.
Okay, cool. Well, just let me know because it seems fine to me. So I haven't touched anything. So
yeah, you're good.
Jefferson, Lamb, Saquon Barkley. Chat does not like the Saquon Barkley pick. What do you think about Saquon?
Look, I think Saquon's going to have a bounce back season, man. I think he absolutely will. Although I don't know if anyone was paying attention to Adam Schefter today. There's going to be some big Eagles news not related to the offensive coordinator in the next week. There's 2 things that could be, and neither of them are good for that Eagles offensive line. Well, there's 3 things it could be. One could be a stadium thing. I don't know, whatever. One could be Lane Johnson retiring. The other could be Jeff Stoutland retiring. Neither of those things would be good for Saquon because Stoutland is, yeah, I do think the whole Philly team will have a bounce back year. But you notice I didn't draft Saquon. But I do think Saquon will be fine next year. Look, he came off that 400 touch thing, right? And if you watch the Eagles line, and Ray's talked about it a lot, how the Eagles need to draft the line, go line in the draft.
What about this, Shane? Is that happening?
Cutting hurts. Yeah, no. I believe the cap hit would be $375 million in dead cap.
The Eagles would just forfeit next year.
Yeah, they would go. Yeah, so punt. They would do the Madden sim through the season. We will see you in 2027. So I would not count on that. No, but it's probably likely that from what it sounds like it could be Stoutland or it could be Lane Johnson. Hopefully that's not it because that won't be helpful to anyone. Do
we have any timeouts yet, Shane? Have you seen any?
No one. Oh, there you go. Someone had the nuts to take Trevion Henderson. I like it. You know what's funny is I want to count how many running backs do we have off the board so far?
A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. Even considering the PPC.
12. Okay. Even considering the format, that's a full round of running backs in the first 3 rounds. I could not have imagined that 2 years ago. Which just speaks to the game changes, right? There's Patrick Mahomes. You're getting Patrick Mahomes in the 3rd round. So I will say this, just going through this already, I was wrong where the tier breaks were. Absolutely.
All right, Vapad, I am going to send you a counter, and you're probably not going to like it, but I know what you're trying to do. And I will make my pick, and you can decide if you want to take the counter. So I sent you the counter. I am going to select with my next pick. Mahomes just went. I didn't play it on this, Shane, but kind of a sneaky pick still on the board here that people kind of forgot about. So I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna go Jackson Dart.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Vapad, we got a minute. If you want this trade, let me know. I'm down for that type of deal.
Captain, the only thing to worry about him is obviously the concussions, but he could crush in this format. Running quarterbacks, man. I'm old enough to remember when mobile quarterbacks weren't liked. Basically, people looked down upon them. Now, those statues like Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, those are the guys that's just, I don't want you, and that's reflected in their value in Dynasty. On KTC. Well, Cousins not starting, but Goff.
There is one player on the board right now that I know exactly what Vapad's going to do.
Okay.
And I'm just deciding if I want to let him do it.
Well, who do you think he's coming after? I want to know.
I know what he's going to do.
What's he doing? I want to know.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the trade. It gives me an extra pick. Random extra pick. Vapad, you're on the clock. I know what he's taking. He's taking Tyler Warren. Oh, okay. RJ Harvey. Never mind.
Oh, RJ.
Never mind.
RJ.
The running back starvation is real here.
Yeah.
This is definitely given the scoring, running backs are so dominant right now in this range that I don't blame anybody for taking them until you feel that tier break is here.
And that's what I was going to say. Where is this tier break at the running back position for this format? Well, for in general, where are we? Are we there now? We've got who just went? RJ Harvey, Kyron Williams, Derrick Henry, Jacobs, Chase Brown, Ken Walker. Ken Walker is going to be interesting to see where he goes. I will say this: there is definitely a I don't want to say tier break is not even the right word. It is a absolute cliff dive after certain running backs go off the board. An absolute cliff dive.
Yeah. Still some good running backs available. I agree with that that comment right there. The trade was, just for those people that wanted to know, it was not a big trade. I traded back from the 401 to the 405, and I got a 17th and a 22nd and gave him my 24th. So just minimal deals, but pushed me up a little bit, really, because I didn't have anybody I had to pick. It would have been Tyler Warren if I would have picked, but outside of that, I was fine passing up a couple picks.
Oh, I like it. I got what do I have? How many picks? Oh, I got a ways to go. Good Lord. Anyone wants to trade out? Again, I will trade. I'm willing to buy. I'll pay good money on the dollar. This isn't like when you sell your food stamp card at the Chinese store. I will give you very good prices. Well, you go to a Chinese store and they would buy your food stamps for like 50 cents on the dollar, which, like that's not a great rate, but it is returned. Anywho, I will definitely buy any of these picks right here, bro. Yeah, start the market, to be honest. I like what Vapad's done. Let's look at Vapad's team real quick. Let's look at Vapad's team. There he is. So we've got Trey McBride, Colston Loveland.
That's why I figured he'd maybe go Warren.
You thought he was just going to go, the full tight end build, since he had already he embraced it in the first round.
Yep.
I really thinking. Only 17 likes. Hey guys, come on, please hit like. Look, if not for me, I get it. I'm abrasive. Do it for Scott. Scott's not abrasive. Everyone likes Scott. Me, I'm a dick. I get it. So if you want to personally thumb down me, just DM me with a thumbs down. But yeah, hit the like. Yeah, Rubles. I don't know if you saw the scoring for this, Rubles. It is heavy towards the running back, but I was also surprised that Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb fell to the third, and Puka was in the second, I believe.
I think this is what he's talking about, right? The old Stiley, 4 RBs in a row.
I love it. Look, commit to the bit, right? What is it? It was Mike in Breaking Bad. He said, no half measures. And then Heisenberg blew up Gus Fring. No half measures. If you're going to do it, stick it all the way in. You know what I mean? Don't go halfway. You can't get halfway pregnant, so just do it. I like it.
Yep. Shane, I went with the 27-102.
Okay.
And the reason is I'm betting that there is an RB1 next year.
Yes.
I don't know who it is, but I'm betting there's going to be one, you know?
I'm betting that the 102 in that class is going to be pretty kick-ass. Yeah,
I mean, that's why I took it, because it's, yes, I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but given how we've seen this board, like, would you trade the 102 guaranteed next year for Quinshon Judkins, regardless of the format?
I'm getting the 102.
You're taking Kyron Williams or Quinshon Judkins or RJ Harvey over the 102 next year.
I will take the 102.
Right. So it's your interesting board. Interesting board. I see the reason, though, because I do think the pick values are going to be very interesting in this league. I don't think you're drafting picks to go ahead and leverage them to flip.
No, these are
right now. It's going to be a while before that happens.
These are going to be in your pocket until the season. Until I'm assuming people taking picks right here. This is something I'm going to use as capital, except for the Jeremiah Love. This is something I'm using for capital in season, or I'm just going to end up making the pick. If shit goes wrong for me, I've got this 27 first. If shit goes right for me, I've got something to sell.
And Penrose, this is correct.
Yes.
The 26 and the 27 picks are just the picks. So yes, there will be a 26 rookie draft coming down the pike. So yes, we have seen now the 103 next year go ahead of the 102 this year.
Okay. And I'm wondering how far we get. I got to be honest with you. How far do we get in the first round in 2027 before the next 26 pick goes off the board? And this draft class, it definitely does not lend itself to those picks flying off the board, because it's one running back, great, a quarterback, awesome, and then 7. How many is that? That's 7. Yeah, like 7 of the next 11 picks will probably be wide receivers.
Yep.
So
Grubbs is on the clock. He is gone Lamar Jackson, Puka, Jonathan Taylor. So pretty balanced thus far. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say you could just build your running back room through, your wide receiver room through the rookies if you wanted to really risk it and just go, you know what, give me a bunch of the first rounders this year. Give me that Jordan Tyson, that Casey Concepcion, and this guy you like, Chris Bell. Was it Chris Bell? Who were we talking about? Anyway, yeah. Oh, he's calling me.
Who is calling you? Somebody, look at this. I started a run, Shane. People do not want to miss out on those 27 picks as Shane gets a phone call. But interesting. 3 of the last 4 picks, 2027, 102, 103, and 104. Grubbs doubling down with the flexibility there. Pretty balanced draft so far for him. Plank Crew is up. I'm interested still on how Plank Crew is going to build out his receiver room. Someone earlier posted he must have listened to the roster construction series. With this, you have to start 4 receivers, but he is basically banking on Chase and JSN being elite. And thus, it's just going to be interesting how he drafts the rest of his receiver room, where he targets them, because there are still some really, really good receivers on the board, and they've fallen. So probably best player available on the board right now is a receiver, but we'll see what he does. So you go to the chat a little bit. Wait, the 102 is still there, and we are taking the 104. Yes, that is correct. The 102 and 26 is still on the board. The 104 and 27 is gone. Vapad, I know you aren't a player take guy, but where do you think the RB tier break was? I think Harvey was the last of the tier. I think it depends on how you value running backs for like dynasty purposes, because I definitely think there are running backs available that will potentially outscore Harvey. It's just, what is your plan to do with them if they're not? You know, somebody like Josh Jacobs probably outscores Harvey, but if he's not outscoring Harvey, you kind of just wasted a pretty early pick when there's a lot of insulation on the board. So, you know, when I see Kyron Williams go off the board already, or Saquon, then it's like, I couldn't hate somebody if they took Josh Jacobs. But anyway, Shane, you good?
I am good. I like that Harold Fannin pick. What rookie pick am I taking right here? What will this, the 27 what?
This would be the 27-10 or 27-105.
Okay.
Or the 26-102.
I'm taking the defense, so that is 27.
27-105. Is that it?
Didn't I hit it? Did I not hit it?
You did not.
Oh, okay. Well, it helped. Oh, no, that's actually queuing it. So I queued it before I drafted it. And yeah, now I've got the 106. Is that it? 105?
You have the 105, correct.
Okay. All right.
But
now
Shane, we got a deal. We got a deal. Whoever is in this league but not in Heisman, join tonight. Ray will give you 2 months for $26 to test the product. You have to do it tonight. So if you're in this league and you join, there you go. Offers on the table. You heard it from the man himself. Anyway, continue.
And you know, just in case you think that was so important. Ray called me during the stream, and I picked up. Well, first of all, because it's Ray. If he's calling me, I'm gonna pick up during the stream or whatever. Dude,
did you type that in the chat?
Yeah, I typed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was typing
so
it
was,
as I
Ray called Shane, and then Shane put it in the chat. Is that how that went down?
That's how it went. Ray's running around, called me. It's a great deal, man. No bullshit. I think the conversations we have in there are probably the sharpest conversations that anyone has anywhere in any dynasty league. Just truth. There's anything you could want, right? There are player takes. There's a lot of theory talk. There's a lot of hypotheticals. There's just a lot. Ray and Scott go live all the time on stages. I believe Ray was on there yesterday, the day before, just all the time. In the Heisman chat, we're always talking. That there's someone in there all the time. You can literally jump in one of the channels and just go, hey, at everyone, anyone want to jump in Heisman? And then 6, 7, 15, 20 people will come in the live chat with you. And you guys just talk ball, man. It's truly awesome. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
Am I on the board again?
You are. As you were selling Heisman, you were on the board. You do have the 105. After you went Derrick Henry. And finally, the 26-102 is off the board. Too sloppy, Eric. But you are up. Are you doubling down, Shane? You going 106 here?
I would never do something like that. So I'm going to take the 106. Now it does leave you in a position, man. Like I'm going to have to make up these picks with players at some point in this draft, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to draft well, because if I miss on a couple players in the next few rounds, I'm going to be in bad shape. I'm going to be in very, very bad shape.
So we have Dewey up. Remember, Dewey traded for the extra picks in the middle rounds. So he already has taken Bowers and Amon-Ra, but then now he has Fannin, and then he has 5 of the next, 19 picks. So this is the foundation of his team right here. 5 of the next 19 picks. So it'll be interesting how he builds this out with 2 tight ends and a receiver already. Wonder if he was banking on being able to hit a few running backs in here, because it feels like you have to have running backs here based on the scoring, but from a name value insulation standpoint, you're kind of drafting running backs hoping, that they rise up into that next tier. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. He's almost out of time here, so we'll see. Brock Purdy, okay, with QB.
Brocktavius Purdy, I like it. And real quick, just with that deal, hit me up, let me know if you want in, or let me know, let Scott know, whoever. And Ray will set up the coupon code and we'll get you hooked up. So take us up on the offer. The offer is absolutely worth it. Absolutely. I don't pay for a lot of stuff. I steal a lot of things. I stream legally. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I don't do that. If the law is listening, that was a lie. I was just trying to be cool. Some people might steal things. But this is something that I would pay for if I wasn't in there already, to be quite honest with you. Once you're in there, dude, it's like crack laced with meth inside a Coke bag. It is that addictive.
Where are we going with this? You're now
addictive. It's addictive.
You just doubled down to breaking the law, admitting you have experienced all of those things as well.
No. I've
those
never
things you just read in a book.
Yeah. Shane, is it the 26 and playing amount, playing the gun, gem pop, or 26 all in? Vapad, you saw how much time I had on the phone with Ray. You're going to be asking me these complicated questions. DM me that in Discord, and we'll get with Ray. Okay.
Kenneth Walker off the board at the 504. It feels like given the board, that's a pretty good pick, don't you think?
Yeah. I love it. I love that pick. If there's a running back that I think could advance to the next tier, it's Ken Walker, and that's based off a lot of evidence. The last game that I just saw.
I mean,
without charge,
I've heard the narrative out there that he's going to be losing Charbonnet in the backfield, and that's going to make the Seahawks more likely to keep him. What do you think about that? I kind of buy it, but that feels like, because I've seen some people saying they like him, but not as much now because he's not going to leave. But don't you think the RB1 with no Charbonnet as a starter for Seattle when they had a top 10 offense this year is not a bad gig?
Oh, not at all. I love it. I absolutely love it. But they have a philosophy that they follow, right? So just because Charbs isn't there, someone's going to be there, right?
They're going to draft another running back, but are you scared of this class or even the guys in free agency hurting Kenneth Walker any more than what he was hurt this year? Like it just feels like if they pay him, he's going to get more of an opportunity than he's had, even if that fizzles out quickly. Like it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing that he were to re-sign there. So yeah.
No, he's going to, dude, they could draft every running back in this draft, excluding Jeremiah Love. And I won't be concerned about this draft class, harming him in any way. And hopefully it's one of those things where have been and will be forced to allow him to just tote the rock crazy. Yeah. George Halani had some run. And that they like what they've seen. I don't care where he goes, to be quite honest with you. If he gets the bag somewhere else, if he stays, as long as he's somewhere with a good line, wheels up.
We had a trade. Just waiting to make sure that there wasn't there was a trade and then there was a pick. So I just want to make sure we're square with what happened. But it was just a pick swap. It was a 505 and 608 for 507 and 606. So really just a couple slots each. So everyone's got a timeout. Remember that, even if it's something that needs to be fixed or traded back or whatever. So just keep that in mind. Cam Scattaboo, Shane, that's a format pick, right? I just need to get the next running back. And then just to reiterate, the defenses here are 27 rookie picks. So we have 27 picks off the board, 101 through 106 in 2027. And then in 26, we have 2.
101, 102.
We are drafting 27 and 26 rookie picks in here. That is the defenses and the kickers. Grubbs on the clock. Just made the trade. Let's look at the team here. Lamar, Puka, Jonathan Taylor, and the 103. What do you think there? Like that?
I was just looking at a trade that I would have taken if I realized it was sitting out there. But no, I got to be streaming. What's the team? Like I wouldn't have missed it anyway. What's the team?
Lamar, Puka, Jonathan Taylor. So literally you could have like the best player at each position in theory here.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he does. He takes the 107 in 2027. We're already at 107. Pretty crazy.
I'll tell you what, that kind of feels like I could be wrong. And I might do the same thing. It feels like at this point, some people might start going, I have to get a piece of that 27 class. And I'd prefer it to be a first round pick if I could, because that would be awesome. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the next, hold on, I got to do math. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 picks. The next 5 picks in that round go off fairly quickly.
Vapad went Travis Etienne. Now it's starting to feel like the tier break, right? Where you're getting into Kenneth Walker, Cam Scatterby, Travis Etienne. This is just, it. I cannot miss out on getting at least a running back here.
It's done. It's done. Because now
there's no more good running backs left in the NFL.
There are good ones, but there's not the ones that we've drafted now. Travis Etienne was the last of the Mohicans. That's it. It's over. Remember I said the running backs, it wasn't even a gradual tear down. It's literally like, oh, okay, we got here. And I just kept driving like Thelma and Louise off the cliff. That's what happened.
Josh Jacobs is out there. You don't count him?
Stop talking board.
Come on, Shane. Come on.
Gosh darn it, Scott.
You weren't going to get him. You're not picking for another.
I was
15 picks.
I was trying to convince everyone not to even look in the running back section of the on Sleeper. I was hoping that people would just listen to me and then ignore that. So damn it. I would have loved Josh Jacobs. Absolutely.
I am on the board. I am up. What am I going to do here? Running backs are definitely eaten up.
They are gross.
They are kind of cooked. So I have no qualms about that. 103 is the next rookie pick. I think if I wanted to go tight end, I mean, it's a couple tight ends out there, a couple receivers out there.
So where was the tier break in the draft? Where did it?
There was already a tier break.
Well, where was it?
I mean, I think this round has kind of represented. You're just kind of building out what you want to get. So I think it's already happened. It probably started to happen after all those rookie picks went off the board. So let's see. You know what, Shane? I'm going to call my timeout here.
Oh.
And we're going to see if anybody wants one of these picks. So we're going to call my timeout. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm calling it. Got to get my referee whistle out. 2 minutes on the clock to send me offers. I'm going to make one of these picks.
And we are
I don't have to make both. We are at the 512-601.
Okay.
And I'm going to make one of these picks. So I have one player that I know I'm going to take. If anybody wants this pick, let me know. I will be refreshing my sleeper chat.
Wait, what picks were they?
512 and 601.
512. We're already up to 512. Okay, so let me find Scott.
512, 601.
Now I'm gonna try to give Scott the worst offer I can, but not an insulting offer. Wait, that's my pick. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to trade for yours. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's add
some offers in here. What are you thinking of sending me? Because I'm gonna have to. I got a minute and a half. I'm gonna have to hit these in real time. So.
You're probably gonna take someone else's offer. If I'm being honest.
Will.
But let me at least send it so you can decline it.
I sent a counter to Mike Conron, so Mike's got one.
All right, here, send me a counter.
Okay, let's see what Shane sent me.
Decline it and send the counter.
Vapad, I'm declining your deal. I'm sorry. Shane, what does Shane send me here? No, Shane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a counter.
Yeah.
Send Shane a counter. This is the same exact. Oh.
Well, there's been a trade.
The pick has been traded. So pick has been traded. And then I
like that.
Pick. And I'm going to have to make it quick because as soon as I get on the clock, I'm going to time out. So here we go. We are resuming the draft. And I'm going with another quarterback. Shocking, everybody. Going with a third QB.
You went with the third QB. Okay. Locking down the room. I like it. Now you're a little sketchy. Not sketchy. What's the word I'm looking for?
You carry the show. I fix them.
Yeah, you got to fix your mic. What did he get? Okay, so here's the trade, and I like this. I prefer Scott's side, to be honest with you, and I can see why he didn't take my offer because my offer was significantly worse than this. So for the 601, Scott gave up the 601. He got back the 610 and the 1210. The 1210. And
an extra 12th.
Right. And again, just as a refresher, this is a 12 by 12 with the rookie picks added in. So a little more depth than your normal standard typical league because there's an additional 24 draft picks from 2027 that are in here, first and second rounders.
And you know who Mike took? The player that was the belle of the ball today.
My guy. I love
Christopher Olave. Ray and I dropped the NFC South Trinity video today. And we pulled up the range of outcomes for Chris Olave with the games with Tyler Shuck. And it was 27 point per game.
I'm sorry. How much?
27 points per game. It was basically like the third highest filter in all of Trinity if you just look at that sample size with Tyler Shuck. So our takeaway was Chris Olave is probably in the Drake London, Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, that range. And we would have, if we had to pick outside of the market consideration, we like him better than Tet McMillan, better than Emeka Egbuka, but clearly the market doesn't feel that way. So the conversation today was, how can I buy Chris Olave for, top 15 receiver prices and not top 8 receiver prices?
So he went before Emeka Egbuka and Tet McMillan in this draft. Ted Aroa.
Correct. He did.
And we have the 108 2027 off the board, and we're still only up to the 102 for 2026. At this point, 103. It feels like a challenge at this point.
Well, I mean, this is a sharp group, though. The reason the 103 is on the board is because the 103 is probably, right now, if you had to pick, the 103 is a receiver, right, Shane? Most likely.
Unless something completely unforeseen happens. I mean,
you still have the likes of Tet McMillan, Brian Thomas, Nico Collins. Like, there's a bunch of good receivers that could be top 10 on the board, and you're betting on a rookie. So that is just, the room is sharp, right? The room understands the values of receivers.
And
so
you're not likely going to be able to just ship these picks off, though. There's worse things to have than picks. Oh, Baker Mayfield. Yep. Baker Mayfield going off the board. Is he going to have a bounce back season with Zach Robinson? Zach Robinson is OC now.
Yeah, we talked about the Buccaneers today, and it's a very interesting situation. But just go watch that Trinity video that Ray and I dropped today. If you're a member, it's already out there, but it'll go live here in a couple days. But it's an interesting situation because it's honestly, Shane, I bet you if the Buccaneers bring back Mike Evans, they probably have the best 1 through 5 receiver core in the league.
It's not even
when
close.
Jalen McMillan and Tez Johnson are your 4 and 5, that's pretty good. Yes. And Baker has been the one that has basically held them back last year. So
what pick are we up to? Is it 604?
We are at the 604, correct.
All right. I'm going to be sending Stiley a trade. Sleeper. I will say this about Sleeper. It was better this year. Didn't freeze as much. Didn't have many of those just random black screens. But there's got to be a better way to offer trades with draft picks.
You mean in the startup where because the picks are still labeled as their actual picks? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Let's just say that.
And remember, you get a timeout, Shane. Everyone that's watching, you get one timeout where you can wait an extra 2 minutes. So if you really want to shop a pick, I recommend you doing that if you want to shop a pick.
Well, and never mind. He drafted Vapad. Damn it. Now I got to try to send an offer to Vapad. This is taking forever. I really don't like, I will say that MFL trading had it way over Sleeper sometimes, except that I would always accept trades and get confused and think I was getting the side that I was trading away. Those were sad, sad days.
So, Shane, I want to recap your team thus far.
Okay.
Because you're picking here in a couple picks, but you have Genty, Bucky, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts, and you ended up with the 105 and the 106, correct?
That is correct, sir.
How are you feeling?
Okay. A little more balanced than I thought I would be.
Vapad has called a timeout.
Okay.
Vapad has called a timeout. So let me go ahead and I guess I'll call it. Right now, we got 2 minutes on the clock. Let me get the old
Vapad, I'm getting this offer over to you, buddy. It's just, I'm having some issues here. I'll get that over to you shortly.
It is 6:05, Shane.
All right.
6:05. What are you offering?
I'm not telling you. I do not kiss and tell. I think you know that about me. I am very private.
Even though he's going to receive the trade offer?
Yeah, well, I want Vapad. I want it to be a surprise to Vapad. It is like a Christmas present or a Hanukkah present. You don't tell someone early what it is because it takes away the joy and the fun of it, Scott. Come on.
Okay. Well, there's a couple players that I'm a little surprised are still on the board. So it's going to be interesting to see who people target in this rest of the 6th round because I'm very glad I did that trade back from the 601 to the 610 because I don't think I've really lost anything with the last few picks. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. Trade accepted? Did he go through?
I got nothing.
Declined or what?
I got nothing. And the trade's just sitting out there.
Okay.
It's gathering dust.
You got a minute left, Vapad.
Vapad.
He proposed me a trade, so he's
man. Wow.
He's sending trades. Let's see what he's trying to do here.
And he didn't even send me one. And all he has to do is hit the counter button.
No, I'm not. I don't want to trade up. Sorry, Vapad. I don't want to trade up. Not here. I'm good.
Yeah, he just traded back.
30 seconds on the clock before we're hitting on pause.
Couple players I like. There's a lot of players I like, actually. Oh, that's right.
What'd you think about the Rashee Rice pick, Shane? Remember when we panicked on Rashee Rice like 2 weeks ago?
And we couldn't move him.
Nothing has happened.
Yeah.
It's just
nothing at all. But I'll say this. I tried to buy him as well. I tried to buy him and I tried to trade him. And there was no movement either way. I think everybody was just like, screw this. I'm in a holding pattern.
Yeah. All right. We are resuming the draft. Vapad's going to be back on the clock. I did not see a deal.
I got a counter. Oh, gosh.
14 seconds left. Draft has resumed.
Let me look at this trade offer.
For those just tuning in or just jump back in, the 27 picks are defenses. So we have picked 8 27 firsts are gone. And only 2 26 firsts are gone. Vapad goes Kyle Pitts. That's a good pick.
Well,
and Shane just traded for Kyle Pitts.
Yes. That's who I was trading up for. That's who I wanted to trade up for.
Okay. And he picked for you?
No. He just happened to pick the guy that I liked. So, and then I hit accept after he made the pick. So I don't know if he still wanted to make that deal or not. If he doesn't,
listen,
back.
Part of the live draft is when you put a trade out there, if it gets accepted after the picks are made, you got to work it out with the other manager. We're not going to do
you can hit me up
backs or whatever. But that's interesting that you were trying to. Kyle Pitts was the best player on the board based on this. Again, if you watch that Trinity show, we talked about Pitts today being. And the only concerning thing about Pitts, Shane, is that the Pitts splits with Kirk Cousins versus Michael Penix was pretty stark. I mean, like really stark. So I do think Pitts will be back in Atlanta, but you kind of hope it's Kirk Cousins for longer than,
I'm hoping it's anyone but Michael Penix. And I don't mean this. I don't want to wish injury on anyone.
Probably going to be Michael Penix, Shane.
You should never wish injury on someone, but you can wish that it takes them a long time to recover. And I hope that Michael Penix takes his time. Maybe stay out for 2 years and really build up that scar tissue so that when you come back, you don't get immediately knocked out. That's what I think. Clock is ticking, by the way. Why is it ticking at me?
There goes Sam Laporta back to back. Are you surprised Laporta lasted that long with because apparently Laporta now has McBride's old OC, which means he's going to be McBride. At least that's the theory I've heard. What do you think?
No. I like Laporta. I don't see that because there's no Amon-Ra in what do you call that place? Arizona. There's no what's the other person's name? JMO there. Although Michael Wilson might be close. But just I don't see 30% target shares in his future. I don't. I like Laporta, but I don't see that. I think the Arizona situation is very unique. It is a very unique situation.
For a reminder, thank you, Ned, for posting this. This is the format. It is 12 by 12, 2 PPR for tight ends, 0.15 point per carry, and first down for both, an extra 0.15 for running backs, and it's 5 minus 2 for quarterbacks, or 5 minus 2.5. So interceptions a little bit higher here, and then it is a little bit per completion. So thank you for that. Here's another comment. Webb, Cornell, Hammond. I mean, I can see some people agreeing with this, right? Like the asset. Talk about that, Shane. The asset Tet McMillan fell behind Kyle Pitts and Sam Laporta. I don't think on the open market in most leagues that would even be a conversation. Doesn't matter about the tight end premium is what he says. But this is a smart group. Everyone in here is watching this draft, right?
Yes. Yes.
They're not going to go, oh my gosh, I need to get Tet McMillan for his value. You know what I mean?
Absolutely no chance.
The market has been set. So I think there's something to be said about that. Like, yes, if you posted this in a random league, people would go, oh my gosh, I would take Tet McMillan. I would probably take at least a couple other receivers that are still on the board over Kyle Pitts. But the market has spoken. Same with the picks here. I mean, that's the thing with the picks. Like, their 103 is still on the board, even though if you put up a Twitter poll and said 103 or Rashee Rice, most people would take the 103.
Right. So, but you do that because in most cases, the 103 has some liquidity. It is the most liquid item that you have. It has the chance to increase in value. Not the chance, it will. In this league, it's not going to increase in value a lot. And it just doesn't have the liquidity that you expect or are used to with rookie picks. You know, rookie picks are the magic box. We've talked about it for years. Rookie pick can be anything. You know, the one thing it can't be at this point at 103, a running back, a tight end. I mean, you're not going to draft Kenyon Sadiq at 103 in the rookie draft. Maybe you will in this league. Who knows? But you don't want to. I know that. So when you take the 103, it's going to be you know you're getting a wide receiver with it. More than likely, you're getting a wide receiver, or Mendoza for some reason falls to you if one of the wide receivers or two of the wide receivers go in the top 15. Now, at some point, that's going to hold more value to these players that are left on the board. You're going to be okay with that mystery of the wide receiver over, I don't know, a Jordan Addison, for example, a Brian Thomas, a Darius McConkey, a Marv Harrison, you know?
Well, I am on the clock. I am between 4 players here.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass on one player, even though I think he is the best player on the board. I'm going to pass there. We will see if he falls back to me at 7-12. Unlikely, but we will see. It is between 2 players here. And this is where the format really, really comes into play. So I'm going to go with the unsexy, but you know what? I'm going to take him and just gamble that. And I literally did a show about him today, but we're going to go Igbuka.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of Igbuka. Tet, Garrett Wilson, Igbuka. I think that's kind of the end of a tier break where you would clearly consider them. Maybe Nico Collins you could throw in there too. But then this is probably where it's like, okay, these next couple rookie picks, I think, probably come off the board, if I'd have to guess. You're cursed. Did you want Nico Collins?
I was looking at him salivating, going, I can't believe they forgot him. And then you said, I think this is the end of a tier. Emeka, Tet, Garrett Wilson. I said he didn't even mention Nico. They're going to let Nico fall to me. Those beautiful bastards. But nope. My old nemesis, Mike. No. Who screwed me? Vapad screwed me.
Okay. Vapad screwed you. Yep.
If I could have got Kyle Pitts and Nico Collins, I would have been in heaven. So now I'm just in purgatory.
Shane, had you traded that 7-2 instead of the 6-11, you would have gotten Nico Collins.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't even want to know if he would have accepted it. I don't want to know. Just tell me. So
Sloppy Eric, after taking the 102 at 501, gets the 103 at 612. I mean, would he be crazy to go the 104 here?
Yes, he would.
Okay.
I mean, no, because he's building his roster in a specific way. So,
yes, no.
Well, I mean, look, there's reasons that I said no. What did he take?
He took Ladarius McConkey.
Ladarius McConkey. Okay.
Shane, you're up. What is going through your beautiful brain?
Oh, man, people will hate this pick if I make it. And I just have to say, I don't have the nuts to do it. Yep. I absolutely don't have the balls to do it. So let's just do that. What? Yeah.
Webb, the kickers are 26 picks. The defenses are 27 picks. And Mike Conron took Arondé Gadsden. That was one of the others that I was considering there.
Yep, I had him on there too. Okay. No, that's not who I was talking about. No, that's not who I was talking about.
There it is, sloppy Eric. Somebody has to value the 26 picks, and it sounds. I mean, that is true, right? That is true.
If I'm not going to lie to you, if I could come out of this draft with another 26 first, I would be very happy. At least one. If I come out with less than 2, which would be 1, I would be unhappy. I'm great at math sometimes. I don't know if you know that, Scott, but if you ask me what's less than 2, I'll get it right, probably.
What's less than 2, Shane?
1. Okay. 0. Mike would like to thank Sleeper ADP for this gift falling in his lap. I wonder if I would have taken Nico Collins there. You think Kyle Pitts would have been at 702? It would have been available? I don't think so.
No, Kyle Pitts would have gone before Gadsden and Laporta, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
At least in this same range.
I think so. But yeah, I love Mike's draft. I mean, I honestly do. I'm a little jealous of it.
So he went Achane, and then he went the 26-101, which you told me earlier on the phone. You wanted that pick. That was either probably that pick or Genty, right? Is what you were hoping to get at the 202.
Yep.
And then he got T-Law, and then he still ended up with Lamb and Chris Olave, and then took Gadsden, and he is on the board at the next pick at the 706. And then he has an extra pick in the 10th as well. So I agree. I like Mike's pick. BTJ, Shane, 7-4. Feels like not a bad price for him at what, wide receiver 18, 20? I mean, where are you at on BTJ?
I love BTJ. I hope that he gets traded because it just does not seem to work with Trevor Lawrence. We've got not a full 2 years, right? Because some of that time that Trevor Lawrence missed is when we really saw BTJ explode with Mac the Knife. I got to believe at some point they figure out how to incorporate someone as talented as Brian Thomas Jr. into the offense. Like, right? You would think, except that the offense worked really well under doing what they did last year once they got Jacoby Myers, who seemed to be the skeleton key to that offense. So I like BTJ a lot, and I like him here at this cost, which is probably more important than how much I actually like him. It's the cost.
So Grubbs had Lamar, Puka, JT, and then he also had the 104 and the 108. And he has now taken the 105. So that tier break of the top 5 rookie picks in 26 are gone, Shane.
So we're now
make a little wager. When is the 106 going to go off the board? How far down? What round?
I don't pick again until the 9th. So before that.
And you probably wouldn't take it there, would you?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Mike is up again. We just went through Mike's team. I'm going to start going through a couple of these teams as they get on the clock, just so we can see what they're doing. We're going to go live for about another 45 minutes or so. Just get as many picks in as we can. Shane is starting to peter out a little bit.
We are already further in this draft than I honestly thought we would be. We were talking about it in the chat. I said 4 rounds, but no, everybody came with a plan. There's no dilly-dallying. People had players in mind. They had a list in mind when they got to the board. If those players were there, the one they wanted, they drafted. If not, they moved to the next guy that was there. If their main target wasn't there.
What do you think about Dominic's team thus far? He started QB, but ended up with Saquon and Chase Brown, and then Drake London and Garrett Wilson. Pretty balanced. What do you think?
It's really balanced. It is. I mean, he's 2 of everything. He needs a tight end. No, it's a good team. It's a good team. I like that team. I love Caleb. So, Caleb and Jaden, that's a lot of rushing potential, a lot of PPC, a lot of rushing for a lot of first down bonuses. That's why I like that. Both of those players.
Javonte Williams off the board to Mike at the 706. So we'll see what Dominic does here. There's one player on the board that I am eyeing that I do not want to pick, but if it is there at the 801, I will pick. And I'm guessing he may be there at the 801.
So who is it?
When we get there. Well, I could say it because I really don't want to pick him. I should probably say it just to see if anybody will take him, but we'll see. We got some action in the chat. Zay Flowers, talked about Zay Flowers on the Trinity show as a guy like him and Wan'Dale Robinson are 2 receivers that just consistently have shown up as guys I would buy based on the market. So
Stiley, I would like to trade with either Stiley or Ned. I don't even know if I need to.
Shane, Ned is offering 710.
He is, but
he wants a
Stiley has the
28
pick
first and a second.
Well, that's not.
It's a 28 first, Shane. It's not even a real year.
28 is a real year when the 26 and 27 picks are in the draft.
Okay. So you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't give up 27 or 28 first and second?
No, I'm not giving up any 28 picks right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
I don't think it's a bad strategy. I think we talked about potential of a team starting to try to get the 28 picks, and could that be an edge? And I think it could be.
Yeah. Who just went off the board before I send this offer?
Vapad, remember when he took RJ Harvey over Tyler Warren, and he said he was not going to necessarily hoard tight ends, and boom, he takes Dalton Kincaid. So
he's hoarding tight ends.
3 tight ends now: McBride, Loveland, Kincaid. He's got 2 running backs and Nico Collins.
Okay. All right.
Stiley, right. 4 running backs to start: Dak Prescott and Rashee Rice. Thoughts on Stiley's team? He's going for it.
I mean, I like his team. His running back room is fucking beautiful, man. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, we do need to start 4 wide receivers, right?
Yep.
So he might scramble a little bit at wide receiver, but he's going to get a bunch of them that are in that kind of flat tier. You know what I mean?
There he goes. A.J. Brown and Rashee Rice, 2 guys that could be wide receiver 1s. I don't hate it. Ned is on the clock. He put out this pick for a 28 first and second. I haven't seen anybody bite on that offer yet, but it's out there. Shane already said he is absolutely not doing that.
No, look, and I get it. More power to you, man. If someone's going to pay it, do it. You know.
Ned has Drake May. He then went the 27-101. And he followed it up with Quinshawn Judkins, Tucker Kraft, and I believe the 27-103. And now he is on the clock here at the 710. No receivers for Ned's team.
You're going to need one at some point, you know. But again, I mean,
you do need receivers in this league.
But if you've committed to a certain build and you're okay with just drafting a certain tier of wide receivers and getting a bunch of them, I see no issues with it.
Rome Odunze off the board.
Hello, Rome. Stiley, I sent you an offer because I wanted to move up and draft A.J. Brown. Anyone mind sharing the format scoring? Can someone share the
I can go back to Ned's post about the format. It summed it up perfectly. See if I can find that.
I'm scrolling
go favorite that post where he puts in the format. Keep that in the queue.
There we go. All right. Well, while we're doing this, all right. So
there it is.
Yeah. So
12 by 12.
We got to hit these super chats. We got super chats. We can't be letting super chats just
I'm on the clock. Let me think about this here.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were
thinking. What I do here, because that player that I said shouldn't be there is there, because the sentiment on the player, I really don't want to.
Take him. Screw the sentiment.
I'm gonna go. Oh man, do I do it?
I don't know. Do you do it?
Do I do it?
Is it Caleb Johnson? You're going to draft Caleb Johnson, aren't you?
It is not.
You sure?
It is a player that his stock has never been at a place this low.
Oh, my goodness. Mushroom Marv?
No.
No? Okay. So you think Marv's stock can go even lower then?
Someone that Marv caught passes from in college.
No.
Yep.
No.
We're going with one of these picks.
No.
Yep. That's where we're going with one of these.
No, you're not.
I am. It's in the queue.
No, I don't believe you.
It is in the queue.
I don't believe you.
I just have to decide with what I want to do with this pick. I know one that I'm making.
If we were one of those shows that had production stuff going on, like recorded it as opposed to doing it live, I would hit the I don't believe you GIF, GIF, GIF,
I
GIF
went
or
with
GIF.
I went with a rookie pick that I think is the what is that, the 27-1, is that the 110?
I believe so.
Okay.
And we are up to the 27-110. And then again, if anyone knows what the hell we're up to in 26, I'd appreciate it.
We're cooking this pick, Shane. We are absolutely cooking it. You ready?
Real quick.
There it is.
I don't even, I can't believe you did that. Wow.
Here we go.
Okay. No, look, I hate it. I hate everything about it, but that's more of a player take. CJ Stroud would be better, right?
It allows me a little flexibility with the quarterbacks. The 0.15 per completion in this league, I think, is absolutely being undersold. That is huge. The floor of points that you get at quarterback, even if they're not great, is extremely high. And so I'm willing to bet on Stroud. I mean, gives me some flexibility at QB because I have 4 quarterbacks. So, and then there's some chat in here. The kickers are 26 picks. The defenses are 27 picks. So I believe I just selected the 110. Is that right? The 110 in 27?
Sounds right.
And then the 106 in 26 has been taken.
You know who's
John,
interesting?
no, this is a real startup with 11 or 10 other patrons / listeners. So go ahead, Shane.
No, I was going to say it'll be interesting to see where Matt Stafford goes in this draft, because he could give you a lot of quarterback points, assuming he
correct
comes back. But I guess there's a better chance he comes back now, since they fell short.
T. Higgins finally off the board, so we're starting to get into that range where teams need they need their 4 receivers, right? Need to start drafting some innings eaters here.
We did Michael Wilson with a newfound level of respect.
Michael Wilson over Marvin Harrison Jr.
Take away the names, take away their names, and who would you prefer? Just based off what they've actually put on wax.
Marvin Harrison Jr., because Michael Wilson's had about 4 good games.
Wow. I think there's definitely people forgot Luther Burden was available.
I have a list. I have a custom list that I made based on the war, based on my scoring matrix, and valued all the players as I would value them, independent of my roster construction. And Luther Burden has been sitting at the top of the receiver queue for the last probably 15 picks. So that doesn't shock me.
Love that pick. Love that pick there. Absolutely love it. And then just looking at these wide receivers, man, there's a bunch that I like, that I really like.
There is
a whole shit ton of them that I like.
I mean, Michael Wilson is he's a top 36 receiver now in Dynasty. So like, that's not shocking that it's a little early, but it's not shocking that he's in this range. Like, he probably should have gone in the top 10 rounds ish. So that's not shocking to see him there.
No,
not at all.
Who is on the board? If they want a deal, let me know. I'll trade the 8-6. 8-6.
And Webb, this is true. But again, like, the quarterbacks are the dominant currency in this league. Now, the problem is obviously I can't start more than 2. But I'm willing to trade from the top end of my QBs. But the point per completion is huge. Like, I would rather have my construction was going to have at least 3 QBs so that I do not have to play in the backup quarterback waters. I know this league, right? I know that there is going to be numerous teams in this league that are playing any quarterback on a 2 deep. You already know it. I can tell how people are building their teams. You know what I mean? You can already see that there's teams that are just banking on getting some backup quarterbacks. That's not going to be me. I'm probably going to be largely out of that mix. In fact, I'll have a quarterback to move. So I think I can probably turn a QB into maybe a future 28 pick down the road. And that's kind of what I'm banking on. So.
Oh, Tyler Shuck, son of a bitch. I was trying to send an offer to Dominic and did not get it.
Well, you have your timeout still, don't you?
Well,
I'll just say this: you only get your timeout during the live stream, so that's it. There's no such thing as a timeout when we go to a slow draft after this. So if you want to use it, use it.
No,
what are you working on?
It doesn't matter now. I'm not going to be able to get him. I really wanted Tyler Shock. I can't add 2 minutes to your 8-hour clock. No, we're not going to add 2 minutes to any 8-hour clocks. There are no 8-hour clocks. In fact, we will be going. We'll be going.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention we'll be doing the live draft into the morning.
Yeah, so, there's no. Yeah, there is no stop. So you just have to draft all night until the draft is done. At this pace, I mean, we've gotten through 8 rounds. No, not even 8 rounds. 8 rounds in
almost end of the 8th round here.
Okay, in an hour and 35 minutes. We've got another 15 minutes to go live on the show. No, 25 minutes. We'll get through the 9th round. So at that pace, we will finish up at 4:37 in the morning, guys.
Yeah, we'll go till about 9:45, and then we'll stop there. We'll go with a overnight suspension, and we'll just do a slow draft. So it's been fun. I didn't think we'd get through. My math said we would get through about 100 picks, and we're pretty much on pace to get to that, plus maybe another round or two. So, all right, Grubbs. He's about to time out. There it is, Shane.
Matt Stafford.
There it is, Matthew Stafford.
All right, Plank. Let me go send an offer to Plank. It's like whack-a-mole, man. Let me send an offer to this person.
Just to update, we have 10, 27 picks off the board. Those are the defenses. And then we have 6, 26 picks off the board. Those are the kickers. So that's where we stand with the picks. 111 is the next 27 pick, and 107 is the next 26 pick.
What's 904 is on the board, or 809? Let's draft them right now. 809?
809, yes.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Plank's crew went receiver, and then he ended up. Remember, we talked about how he would build his team with JSN and Jamar Chase, and he took BTJ. Now, I don't know what he passed up other than what's on the board, but I probably would have tried to take something like I might have taken Dalton Kincaid over Brian Thomas, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I probably wouldn't have roster constructed with a receiver there, but see how it works out for him. No timeouts.
No.
Starting to get to the dog days of the draft. Jake Ferguson. Okay.
Oh, the Jake. Gotta love the Jake.
Jake Ferg trying to keep up with my board here. Chuba Hubbard. All right. That's a format pick. 100%. And Sean, I thought this was Shane. This is Vapad, and then Shane is up here at the 902.
Yeah, Vapad. What do you want for this? Can I trade back for my pick? Let's see if I can pull off some Howie Roseman level shit here, where I traded a pick away, and then I'm going to try to trade for it back. Let's see. I don't think I have that ability, if we're being honest. I am not built like Howie.
Oh, here's an old Seahawks fan here, Shane. The starting quarterback in the Super Bowl was available.
He is, Mr. Darnold. Oh, let's see. Let's go to the phones. I got a call coming in, guys. Got to check this out.
You got an offer. You got 30 seconds to figure it out.
Don't try to math me. Oh, wait, that's the previous offer that he sent me. Hold on. I got to go back to the new offer.
We're getting tight here. Shane has to accept this, analyze it, accept it, and pick in a matter of 12 seconds.
Hold on. I'm almost.
You have a timeout, Shane. You can call it if you need it.
Timeout.
Okay.
Timeout. Oh, wait. I'm controlling the draft. I can actually pause it. Well, I can't. Where's the pause?
Pause your timeout while Vapad is on the clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Vapad are going to hammer this out. We're definitely going to hammer this out.
You got 2 minutes on the board. Forgot to give you the little whistle, but you've earned the whistle. Here we go. What's the offer?
Do something, Vapad. I don't like the kiss and tell. If it goes through, it goes through.
Okay.
But up until then, it is between me and whoever I'm trying to make a deal with. It's our own private discussions.
Shane just called the timeout when the other team has the ball because he didn't like how they were lining up, right?
Yeah. I took a snapshot of the photo. I got the snapshot photo, like the Eagles. Oh wait, never mind. That didn't work for them. All right, I'm gonna decline. You can untime it.
It's 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm done. I'm not offering anymore.
He's using your timeout to strategize.
God damn.
He's got another minute left on this clock, so you've wasted your timeout for a
he sent me
trade that
another
you
offer.
didn't even get done. Okay,
hold on.
Keep grinding.
No, I don't want to do this.
You must not really want the player that's out there right now.
I'm fine with a couple players. I mean, I prefer someone, but
okay. We've got another about 30 seconds on the clock here. All right, and he has made the pick. Kyler Murray. So we now are back to Sloppy Eric on the turn with 2 picks here as we enter round 8 and 9. Night 9 turn.
Man, it always amazes me how quickly it goes from just joy looking at these players and euphoria to I got to take one of these fucking guys.
Yeah. It's all exciting until you actually have to make the pick. And then it feels like he's settled pretty much across the board, you know?
Yeah. Look, I felt a lot better about my draft before it started. I don't like it now. I hate my team. But that's par for the course. That's par for the course for me.
All right. Sloppy Eric has called a timeout. And he gets 2 picks here. So we got 2 minutes on the clock for Sloppy Eric. We're going to probably see teams using their timeouts. These are like first half timeouts, Shane. You cannot take them to the second half.
So use them or don't. I've already used mine. That was exciting. I'm not going to lie to you. It was kind of fun using a timeout in the draft. No one's throwing a challenge flag. No one is throwing a challenge flag. Would have been interesting if I don't know exactly what we would challenge. But you could have challenged something.
I mean, you could challenge my microphone from earlier, maybe. You could have challenged that. I don't know. Not much else has really gone wrong. I gotta be honest. We've had a pretty decent stream tonight. I'm pleased how it's gone. So he's got about 1 minute and 15 left on this timeout. We'll get started right about 1:43:30 on our timer. So we'll see what Sloppy Eric's cooking up.
Did we talk about kick return, punt return yardage scoring?
We did. It is 1 point for every 15 yards with kick and punt returns, and then it is a 12 points per touchdown, Shane. Those are big. Those are big game. 12 points for a kick return touchdown, double what it typically is. So if you get one of those guys that gets 3 or 4 kick returns in a year, you know, one of those huge kick return years, then it can add up pretty quick.
100 kick return yards would be 6.66 points, 6.66 fantasy points in and of itself. It's not bad. That's not bad. So at some point, we're going to see a couple of these, you know who I'm talking about going off the board.
Yep. All right. We got 15 seconds left in this timeout. And then we'll be back on the clock with Sloppy Eric. He does have 2 picks, so he's probably got a little more time to deal with this.
Well, I mean, he has to make one of the picks at some point. If you time out, I don't actually know what happens. I don't think anything happens, if we're being honest.
Well, he's got 39 on the clock. Timeout. Our time is back going. Sam Darnold and Jalen Warren were his picks, so he obviously did not get a deal done, but he wanted probably more time to look at the board. So Sam Darnold, Jalen Warren. Shane, it is on you, my friend.
There's a lot of different ways I'm thinking of going here. Oh, do I still have faith in this dude like that? I absolutely do. Absolutely do.
Well, who is it? Okay.
I still believe in him.
He was sitting at the top of my board too, with Darnold and Stafford and Kyler and Shuck and Stroud all gone.
Yeah, I'm not saying Not saying he's going to be the next Josh Allen, but
wouldn't you agree that he has the potential for his market to change, whereas probably Shuck, Stafford, Kyler, Darnold, I mean, I think even probably Stroud, Goff, Baker, to a degree, they kind of are what they are, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't hate that pick. That's pretty good value in the 9th compared to, some of the other players that were picked. You just hope if he's not a bust chain, you're not going to regret that pick at all.
No. Look, and he's going to be put in a position to succeed, right? He just got a very good offensive coordinator. They will give him help in the draft. They pretty much have to. So if he fails, it's completely on him. Oh, my guy Rico. I love me some Rico Dowdle.
Where do you want Rico Dowdle to go? Where do you want him to sign? He's definitely not going back to the Panthers, but do you have any preferences where you want him to go?
Oh, it'd be fun. He could stay in the South. What's that place called? New Orleans. I'm sorry. I was got very confused there for a second. New Orleans. They have a need for a 3-down back. And that's not really Rico Dowdle, but he could play at least 2 of those downs. So he could play a 3-down role. I mean, he did. He wasn't very good at it last year. But he was.
What would you think about Rico Dowdle to Dallas if they don't keep Javonte?
Oh, yeah.
Back to Dallas.
Yeah. Give me.
Seattle?
With? Huh. That'd be interesting.
Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know how.
Or he replaces. What if he replaces Ken Walker and Zach Charbonnet comes back? Then you would probably love Rico Dowdle.
Yeah,
right?
Then I love Rico Dowdle. Then give me all the Rico I can get my hands on.
So Plank Crew went Bryce Young. So he took his 3rd quarterback. Okay. Grubbs, he has Lamar and Stafford. He also has, I believe that is the 105 pick in 26. See what he does here with the 9-5. We're probably going to get through, I'd say, 10 rounds. Go for about another till 9:45 Eastern. We'll pick until we're done. 5 minutes or so. We'll recap our teams. We'll talk through.
Who's on the clock?
It is Grubbs.
And it is pick 9-5. Grubbs, I've already used my timeout, but I'm going to send you an offer because, well, mostly because I have ADD, if we're being honest. I mean, if for keeping it 100, it's mostly because of my mental issues that don't allow me to just sit back and relax.
We did get a super chat.
Oh, shit. Yeah, bring that up. Sorry. We did get 2 of them, actually.
Make sure there's no issues here. Grubbs, Marvin Harrison. Okay. He was kind of sitting there in the queue. How far the mighty have fallen, Shane. A year ago, Marvin Harrison would have been gone 4 or 5 rounds ago. So.
Yeah, my man has not been, what's the word I'm looking at? Good at football. He's not been good at football. So when you're not good at football, people don't want you to be on their fantasy football team. So we're on the 9-6.
Here's the trade. Spock, appreciate the super chat. He gives Cortland Sutton. He gets Daniel Jones. Here's the roster. He has Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Jacoby Brissett, Mac Jones. So it is a 12-by-10. It's a 4-point per passing touchdown. You have to start 3 receivers, 2 flexes. So, I mean...
Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't care about Cortland Sutton.
With Allen, Love, Mac Jones, do you really want to add... You want to add Daniel Jones, or is it more just taking it and I'll worry about it later?
Yeah, I'll take it, worry about it later. I'm not really concerned. Cortland Sutton doesn't, I don't want to say matter.
Ned's calling a timeout. Let me make sure I get the timeout in for Ned. Ned's got a timeout. Cool.
Yeah, not to be mean, because everyone matters, but I don't really care about Cortland Sutton. I'll figure out the quarterback position and then move one of the higher tier quarterbacks once I see that Daniel Jones is actually able to walk and run.
You know what that allows you to do, Shane? If you get Daniel Jones on that team, it allows you to then go shop Jordan Love if you want.
I just said that, brother. I just said that. Shop one of my high tier quarterbacks.
Flexibility.
Right? Yeah. Flexibility. Yeah. Yes. Fungibility, flexibility, very bendy. That's right. We do have a super chat from CT the Disruptor. What is going on, brother? We have not seen you in an age.
He jumped back on Twitter today. Said he took a year off from Dynasty. Has a new kid.
Another one.
Yep.
That makes
2-month-old back in
14
Dynasty.
kids.
And so he submitted. You remember the old, and for those that don't know, Charlie was a huge supporter of DTI 5 and was there at every stream. And you remember that old 10x9 league, Shane, where he just had every single asset known to man. And here we are. So 1999 super chat, Charlie. Thank you. Best move for 26. 10x9. Allen, Ward, Emeka, BTJ, Flowers, G. Will, Henderson, Warren, Swift, Mark Andrews, Gadsden, 105 and 106, 327 firsts, including his own. Get Pitts, draft running backs, best available, tank for 27, 101. Miss you guys.
He's got a lot of different things there. So don't miss us. Check it out. Check us out every Wednesday. And then
I did tell him where we have our new show and where we have our new show on Wednesdays and Fridays. So he's tapping.
Join our Discord and you get to talk to us all the time. All the time. Well, Scott, all the time. You get to type with me all the time.
What do you think here? I'm going to unpause in 30 seconds, Ned, before your time goes back up. What do you think here? He's a little weak at QB2 for a 10-teamer. Is that something you address? Are you fine with Ward at QB2?
Me? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Where else would you go?
Where's Ned? His QB2 is... Who is his QB2?
I'm talking about Charlie, the question on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got very confused there. What else is new? His QB2. So he's got Allen, but he's got the superhero at quarterback. It's only 10x9. It's only 10x9.
He's got a difference maker. So
yeah, you're right. I for 10x9, please give me an upgrade at the quarterback position. Yes, I would prefer that. Yeah, I'd go get Pitts. What's the PPR? There's no tight end premium though.
In this format, when I already have Andrews and Gadsden, I'm not trading for Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, so, if there was a what's the word I'm looking for? If there was a premium, I would go ahead and get Pitts. There is no premium, so I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, I would like to upgrade my my QB2, and I wouldn't like to get rid of Flowers and Emeka and BTJ.
Don't get rid of Flowers.
And I know you love Flowers. Fine. So I do want to upgrade. I do want to consolidate if I can at the wide receiver position. I do want to tear up. I like that Ramondre Stevenson pick a lot.
Got Ramondre off the board. We'll get back to Charlie's question here in a little bit. Maybe we'll throw that back up at the end. But I want to get back to the draft. So Ramondre Stevenson, we did have another trade. Vapad ended up getting an extra pick. He got a 20th. So Mike just traded up. Let's see who Mike takes here with this trade up. Danny Dimes.
Daniel, great pick here. If he is ambulatory next year, this is going to look like a great pick.
And thank you to Spock, who wrote in the question about Daniel Jones and got Shane's opinion on Daniel Jones. And there we go.
Did I use that word correctly? Ambulatory? That means you can move. Is that right?
Ambulatory, yes.
Yes, thank you. So Charlie, yeah, let's upgrade at the QB1 position. We both agree upon that. I gotta be honest with you. I want to upgrade at the running back 2 position too. No, you're not tanking for 27-101.
I think with Henderson, Warren, and Swift, he needs another running back that could potentially slide in above those guys.
Yeah.
I would be willing to trade either the 105 or the 106 and a 27 first. I'd be willing to trade 105 and 106, preferably 106 and another player or another pick.
Kyle,
get up there.
Kyle Monungai. I'll tell you what, some of my favorite picks are in this round. And by some of, I mean like 2 of them. 3 of them. I love my Cam Ward pick. I love that Danny Jones pick. I love the Stevenson pick, and I love the Kyle Monungai pick. Like all of those.
Ned is up at the 9-10. And I am up in 2 picks. I have to decide what I want to do. Haven't really fleshed it out here, but we'll see.
Oh, let's see here. Ned.
Shane's looking for a trade to propose, huh?
Yeah, I'll say what. There have been a lot of trades for a 2-minute clock streaming live. I'm pretty impressed. I think the NFL holds nothing on us.
What
are we up to?
We are up to in what?
9-10. Right?
Yes.
Or
And
9-10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we are on the 107 still with the 26 picks. Still the 107.
Who just picked? Ned?
Jamison Williams.
I like
Ned.
that. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Take JMO off my board.
Another good pick. Another good pick. Another pick I am a fan of. When do I pick again? This is taking forever.
Would I have taken Mahomes or Lawrence over Dart? No. I mean, they're kind of all. I don't expect any of them to be elite. I like T-Law and Mahomes in this format a little more because of the point per completion, but I mean, I'm fine with Dart too. I have a lot more T-Law and Mahomes than I do Dart. I've picked some different players, Shane. I've definitely picked a lot of different players in this draft than I typically do.
I can't even get the trade offers off fast enough.
Well, have you've already used your timeout on defense?
I did. It was
to not get trade done.
I did not stop them before the 2-minute warning, which would have really, that's what you needed to do when you use your timeout on the other side. And I didn't stop them. They got another first down.
So I'm looking at this board. There are a smattering of quarterbacks left that I'm not going to take. There are a couple receivers out there that I like, but I don't feel the need to take them here. Tight ends, I mean, I think tight end's kind of a dead spot at this point. And I do have that extra pick. Remember, I have that extra pick in the 12th that I traded up for. So I kind of think I can fill out some roster spots here. I'm going to go. First off, I'm going to take the last 27 first.
Okay, good job. Good job. Nice first.
Last 27 first.
And then you're getting offered a trade.
Okay, what's the trade? Let me see.
Oh, my back.
I don't have a timeout, so you better get it in here quick.
It's already sent. It's already sent.
What is Shane offering me? I don't like that, Shane.
I got to modify that. Jesus Christmas. Hold on.
I don't like that trade.
I don't blame you. Let's go back. Let me modify that. Oh, goodness. How do I revise this? Oh, God damn it. Oh, Sleeper is defeating me today. It is absolutely defeating me. All right.
Okay, I've sent you a counter, Shane. You have 15 seconds to decide if you want to do it. How bad do you really want somebody here? Gotta go.
I'm very indecisive. Not that badly.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. We are cooking with the 108.
108, like it.
108, 26.
How many first round picks do you have now? 26 picks do you have?
I'm not the roster construction king here. I have 3 27 firsts, and I have a 26 first, and I have 4 quarterbacks. So,
well, you have if you do want to make trades, and if this league does open itself up to trading, you have some tradable assets. No,
correct.
Yes,
correct.
I'm going to try Chris Bain again, see if I can get this offer to him before he makes the pick. There's no guarantee of that. Okay,
so we're at the 109 in 2026, and that's what we said, right? Didn't we say the 112 would be off the board before the
108? I think we thought, yeah. So roughly, we were close.
Now, of course, I can't really say that I guessed that right with that bet because I'm the one that did it, but neither here nor there.
It is neither here.
We haven't looked at Chris's team. Let's take a look at Chris's team here. So Chris Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Amarian Hampton, Josh Jacobs. And I believe he has the 106 and the 107. And then he also has the 7, 8, 9, 1, 9 and the 110.
Here's the 110. First round, about to get ethered. He
has now 326 picks, 227 picks. Mahomes, Allen, Hampton, Jacobs, and Tyler Warren. Not a bad team.
No. I love how many picks he has. It's just I'll always love picks. So it's hard not to like that. And Josh Allen. Oh, now we're flying off the board. Malik Willis. Tyreek Hill. Okay.
Stiley is betting on Tyreek Hill coming back, huh?
Oh my God. Vapad. Chimere DK. Love it. Absolutely love it. Great pick, Vapad.
Now we are getting into the format.
Chimere.
We are going off the rails in round 10. Recap what just happened, Shane. 3 interesting picks.
So let's work backwards. Chimere DK, because of the kick return yardage, assuming he continues to be the kick returner, 100 kick return yards would get you 6.6 fantasy points by itself, regardless of what he does as a wide receiver. That's a pretty good floor. You could probably give him a floor of 4 points a week just on kick returns. He scores a touchdown during the week, well, especially as a kick returner. It's going to be bonkers. But if he just scores one as a receiver, even better. So I love it. It's a great pick. Good job, Vapad.
Tyreek Hill, you love that pick?
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
I love Stiley. Stiley is an awesome dude.
He creates cool tools. But I'm
awesome
guessing
tools. Check out Savage FF. Great, awesome website with awesome tools, and he's an awesome guy. And then Malik Willis, we're betting on it. We're betting on him getting that starting gig somewhere. So look, I'll tell you right now, if he has a starting gig, that's going to be a great pick. I don't want to say league winner.
Pat is saying he's spamming you with trades, Shane. Are you getting them?
I got one. It offended me. Then I stopped looking. Let me go. Oh my goodness. Shane, there's outgoing. Oh, I had a pick that I offered to Chris Baines. 1002 is already off the board, right? So he's already declined that.
So curiously, we had Malik Willis come off the board, and JJ McCarthy is still out there. What a fall from grace. You know?
Who?
JJ McCarthy.
9? Wow.
He's still out there.
Yeah.
He's still out there.
Yeah. Who went at 1002, by the way?
That was the 109, I believe.
The 109.
Yeah, okay. 109. 26 pick.
Yeah.
We're into the second round in 27 picks now. Devontae Smith, he's been sitting at the top of my queue for a long while.
Yeah. Damn it.
Parker Washington, what do you think about that pick?
Could
you imagine 6 months ago someone drafting Tyreek Hill maybe, but Shamir DK and Parker Washington above Devontae Smith?
No, because mostly I didn't know who Chimere DK was. And I didn't know how to pronounce his name correctly. So there's absolutely no way that would have crossed my mind. DK was at the combine, wasn't he? Or the Senior Bowl? Or am I imagining that?
He was at the Senior. Yes,
yeah, I thought he was at the Senior Bowl, and he didn't catch my eye even a little bit. So I don't know what I was watching because I didn't notice him. But I noticed a lot of the running backs, but you
didn't pay attention to the kick return drills there?
I enjoyed the field goal drills. Those are fun. They kept kicking them into the metal stands, but no, the kick return ones I definitely did not watch. And maybe if I did, maybe I would have been I would have had a ton of Chimere DK.
We got Plank Crew, and then we got Mike Conron, and then we got Shane. Tyrone Tracy.
Tyrone. You better call Tyrone. Oh, Blake Corum. I love that.
Corum?
That's another one I love. What rookie pick are we up to?
We are at the 110 and 26 and the 201 and 27.
We are going to go kickers are this year, right?
Yes. This will be a first round pick, Shane. There you go.
Alrighty. Tyler Bass, and then the next would be up to 112 now, right?
Correct.
So if you do that math, would you give this? Oh, I like this.
What are we talking? What's going through your brain?
Oh,
just sitting and watching.
I'm not on the board. So the first thing that was going through my brain is that I'm just going to immediately make another pick, even though I'm not on the turn like that. So I was about to say a name, and I can almost guarantee
it. In 23 picks, Shane. So
23 picks. So I got a while still go. A while. All right. Vapad, what do you want for my give me my pick back? 1102.
Eric,
right?
Sloppy Eric. Let's just recap his team. I don't think we've talked a lot about his team. Burrow and Darnold. Okay. Neighbors and Ladd.
Okay.
He's got I believe that is the 1-0. Where's Cameron Dicker? I think that's the 102. Yeah, he went 102, 103. And then Jalen Warren, and look, he goes Rashid Shaheed, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Jalen Warren, Rashid Shaheed. That is definitely leaning into the 0.15 kick or the 0.15 kick return yards per point. So
God damn it, Vapad, you didn't even let me send an offer. I love that pick, man. I love it.
Vapad's on the clock now.
So okay, so never mind. Trying to send my pick. Hold on. Wait, where did Mark Andrews get picked by?
Sloppy Eric with Mark Andrews.
Sloppy Eric. Okay.
And we will go through probably through round 12. Then we'll cut the stream.
All right. Offer sent to you, Vapad. Hit accept. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you could get it in accept.
Vapad or Shane has a timeout, so we'll see if they can get this under the gun.
No timeouts. Wow. We burned our timeouts early in this. I'm a little ashamed, to be honest with you.
Shane burned his last time Vapad was on the clock trying to trade with him. So
no, it was several rounds ago. Absolutely several rounds ago.
It was round 8, I think. It was round 8.
I don't know. I'm not great with math, if we're being honest.
So how are you feeling about your team? Well, we'll wait to see if this trade goes through. You went Genty, Bucky. You got your running backs.
Yeah.
You got 2 early 27 picks.
I like that.
And then you got Hurts and Cam Ward, and then you got one decent 26 pick. What is that? The 105?
105, right?
105 or 104. 104.
I got the 104. Okay, even better.
The 104 and the 112 in 27. And then Kyle Pitts. So how you feeling? Like your construction so far?
104 and 112. No, I hate my team.
Okay.
I don't like my team. What's weird though is I like the picks individually, just in congruence. I don't know how I feel about my team.
There he is, J. McCarthy. Finally, round 11. If you're right, I don't mind it.
He's got he has rushing ability, right? That's all I want from these quarterbacks. Enough passing ability that you remain a quarterback and a starter. And enough rushing ability. Yeah, no, I love it.
He saw George Kittle go, well,
that dude can't even walk.
Did you see him playing golf with the boot?
No.
He's playing. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
When
you
I
see
will
George
say this,
Kittle go off the board, you're like, I'm willing to start just taking whatever I think's best value.
There is a Pro Bowl quarterback sitting out there. Just saying. A Pro Bowler.
Only you'll let him fall to Shane at 12-11.
Pro Bowler. There's also a Hall of Famer still somehow in the sleeper queue. Tom Brady. I got to be honest with you, sleeper. I don't think Tom Brady's coming back. He is a team owner, so I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to play. Well, he could play for the Raiders, I suppose. Vapad. Who did you draft? Who did Vapad draft?
George Kittle.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I'll trade for one of these picks if someone would like to trade. Anyone? Who's up? Grubhub?
Bayshul Tootin.
All right, Grubhub. I'm going to send Grubhub an offer now.
We had this question in the chat. I know we don't hit a lot of trades on here, but it was Bayshul Tootin. What do you think this? Don't know anything about the format. Tootin in the 202 for Pittman and Pierce. What side would you want? Same type of format.
Prefer Pittman and Pierce.
Okay.
Okay, let's add that one. Okay, and then we'll add this one.
Closing out round 11 and probably cut it at round 11. Maybe we'll get into
Yeah, I think we got a lot further than I thought we would, to be quite honest with you. So
I mean, if we go to 12, we'll let Shane make one more pick. How about that?
No, we don't have to wait for that. That's fine.
All right, we'll cut it at round 11 then.
Yeah. Vape
any final words you want to, as we wrap this up?
I think it's important. It's important to know your scoring format, right? It's important to build a plan around that format and lean into it where you can in some cases. Obviously, running backs and I guess tight ends are predominant monsters in this league, and you saw the elite tight ends go off the board quickly, and you saw the elite running backs go off the board quickly, but running backs continue to go off the board when you hit that flat tier where you probably normally would have seen wide receivers going off the board. You saw running backs going off the board. This is going to be a fun league. I really can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I think the running backs have gone to the extreme. I mean, there's another one, David Montgomery off the board. I mean, I understand why it's happening. And there's a level of just hoard value, even if you already have 3 or 4 running backs. Like, they are the dominant flex here. So that's something that's obviously a weakness of my team that I'm going to have to kind of bank on being able to find some value at some point. You know what I mean?
Did you horror value? Did you say horror value?
No, I'm going to have to find some value.
Okay. Hey, and just a reminder, if you join the Heisman tier tonight, if you are in the league with us, if you're in the league with me and Scott, but not in the Heisman tier, you'll get 2 months for $26. The next 2 months for $26. So hit us up. Let us know if that's what you want to do. It's got to be tonight, though. So make that decision quickly. Hey, Vapad, if the 11-8 is on the board, yeah, Vapad, send me an offer for that 11-8. Or other way around.
One more pick, Shane. Shane's jonesing for one more pick.
I just, yes, absolutely.
Whew. Well, we'll go 5 more picks, then I'll close it out. We'll hit pause for the night, and yeah, it's been a marathon. I don't think I realized how taxing it is to do a 2.5-hour stream, Shane. It's been a while since that pay-per-view that we did is the last time we've been going live for this long. And it's just
like people just try to take advantage of me. Like, no, we're not doing all that.
Would you have taken Brenton Strange?
No. Get Vapad, make the pick.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get into these points in the draft where I don't want to give up the ability to make a pick for 4 straight rounds. It's just no, if we're in the 16th round or so, I'm okay with that. That's fine. Let's go. Dallas Goedert. Like it. I do like that.
Kenneth Gainwell. Where's Dallas Goedert?
Didn't he just get drafted?
Nope.
Who did I look at then?
Kenneth Gainwell.
I like that pick. I like that much more than Dallas Goedert. No. Yep. I'm blind. That is most certainly K Gainwell, and I saw Dallas Goedert. I saw D Goddard. There's other reasons why that clearly is not Dallas Goedert. I need some eye help.
So here's one I wanted to ask you about because he's still sitting on the board, Shane. Travis Hunter.
No.
Kenneth Gainwell over Travis Hunter.
Who is more likely to make an impact next year?
I love that pick.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
Absolutely.
Love pick. Absolutely love that pick. Great pick.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try to make a trade with Ned. See if Ned will trade with me. I get like this, and once we get in startups, I get this Jones to just trade. Oh, that guy. I got to get that guy when we get to a certain round of the draft. What are we up to? 11-10?
We are at 11-10. We have 3 more picks left in the round, one of them being mine. So I'm going to pause it before my pick, then we'll sign off. And then for everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. For everybody in the draft, we will pause for the night, and we'll go a 4-hour clock starting tomorrow morning at 8 Eastern. So set your queue. I know Stiley is literally across the globe. So we'll go 4-hour clock. Set your queue. And yeah, we'll continue the conversation over in the Discord. ddfantasyfootball.com. Oh, I forgot to put our little
come on, man.
We'll save it till next time. Forgot to put our little QR code in there, but this was fun. So join the community, jump in the Heisman chat, take Shane up on that offer, message him, email him, wherever you can find him if you want to get in. I'm assuming if they message Shane before midnight, we'll honor the deal.
Yeah, and that could be any midnight. Your midnight, permanent midnight, whatever.
Michael Penix Jr. All right. Pausing the draft, signing off. Shane, good evening. See you soon. Talk to everybody in the Discord later on, and thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.